camera see? Hold up, let's see. What's going on? Can y'all see me? I can see y'all. Y'all see my AC? Let me see. Should I be like this? Hello and welcome to Galactic Hood Buddha. My name is Miledys, your spirit shifter here, where we talk about astrology, tarot, and a whole bunch of other stuff that's coming up, manifestation, and so forth. It has been 3 weeks since I've last seen you guys. I haven't seen you since last year. Namaste. Hello. Oh my gosh. So a lot has been going on, and I had to do a deep cleansing. My spirit guides, they knocked me down and they told me to relax. So I miss you guys so much. Shout out to everyone who checked up on me. Shout out to those who waited, because I know that there's a lot that I had to give out, and I appreciate you guys. Here in New York, shit is crazy. People are getting sick left and right, myself included. It was crazy. I had a stomach virus. Whew. So we moving along. There's a lot happening in 2022, and the main focus is self-love, balance between our masculine and our feminine, and truly taking care of ourselves. And that could have been shown to you entering 2022 when many of us got ill. We promised ourselves that we were going to be doing different things this year, and the universe might have just sped us up to where we said we wanted to be. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they expressed that it's important to be very detailed on how we want to get to where we want to get and to what we want to do, so that things don't come to a surprise. For example, you might have said to yourself, I'm going to start working out, I'm going to start exercising, and I'm going to start eating right. And it just so happens that it didn't really plan out the way you thought it was. You thought you was going to have a plan, and the universe said, nah, we got the plan for you. That could have happened. You know, you might have said to yourself, I am ready to change my spiritual beliefs, and something drastic happened where you had to uplift your spiritual beliefs. And so there's a lot of speed happening within us to shift if we said we was going to do something. It is very important in 2022 to integrate everything we said we was going to be doing. And the planets are here to push us to do so. Let me drink some water, y'all. I'm just mad happy to be here. When I tell you I tried, I tried. All right. So, I'm going to be talking about January 9th to the 15th. You guys know we're always going to be a month ahead. We got a month ahead, a week ahead. And so we start off with the moon and where the moon is going to be at. And we have 3 locations. And so the moon is taking about 2 days to be in each zodiac sign. And it starts off from the 8th to the 10th, we're going to be in Aries. So already expressing that our moon is our emotional side. And this is important because we tend to be doing a lot in our lives and forget our emotions, and our emotions plays a lot in everything that we do, from the way we love to the way we want to dress. And so shout out to my moms. I just said dress and then moms. All right, cool. Anyways, and so we're going to be from the 8th to the 10th, we're going to be a bit of, there's going to be like an emotional distance, because we're going to be emotionally digging in within ourselves to see how we want to be loved, right? Aries is a masculine sign, so it's a little bit more detached, where we're going to be looking at our needs, our actions, and our desires in the love department. This year is really potent on love in yourself, loving yourself. Last year, we got rid of the things that we didn't love. We got rid of the things, the people, the places, everything that didn't really serve us, and we used that a lot, and we did that. So I'm proud of you because we did that shit. And now it's time to pour back into ourselves. So by pouring back into our, oh yeah, like that, you know, into us. Did it make it hard? Oh, all right, focus. Um, so now it's gonna be a period of emotional growth. And then with Aries again, that's that Mars energy, and Mars is in Saturn right now. I mean, Mars is in Sagittarius. We'll talk about that. And so that energy is going to be really focused on our desires, and we're going to be taking action within the next couple of days on our emotions. So you're speaking to your significant other, and you're expressing how you're feeling, and your significant other may be not understanding where you're going. You may get a little aggressive the 8th to the 10th because you're in the space of really saying to yourself, well, this is how I want to be loved. So really keep into consideration that Mercury retrograde is popping up really soon in Aquarius, and that is also playing out. So sit with yourself. It's really good to just sit with yourself before you make any decisions this week, just to really understand where things are going, especially when it comes to investing, right? Venus and Capricorn retrograde really talks a lot about re-examining things, not making these rational decisions so quickly, especially when it comes to your life. Like these big decisions that we're making within this week, it's really important for us to really understand what steps we truly want to take, because things are going to be moving really fast, and once you make this concrete decisions, it's going to play out for the next year. So keep that in mind. So with Taurus, the moon is going to be in Taurus from the 10th to the 12th, and then that talks a little bit more deeper into our grounding. What are you looking for? It is not early to be looking for people. Let's wait. And so we're going to be it got me out of control. Emotional grounding. So you're going from taking action into what you want to do in your emotions to now grounding yourself and saying, this is the seeds that I'm going to plant in order to create this self-love energy for myself. Do I really love what I do? Right? Is the work that I'm doing something that's really bringing me joy on a daily basis? So we putting emphasis on our emotions in everything that we're doing right now. And so we're not going to be in a space of daydreaming, again, with that Aries action. And then Taurus, we're really not going to be in that space of, all right, I'm going to wait. No, we're going to be going through it and really saying, does this work for my life? It doesn't work? All right, let's get it out. So we're not going to be taking a long time when it comes to our emotions and really figuring out if it feels good or if it doesn't, because we're gonna know immediately. Like we're very sensitive this year, where we're truly going to be feeling what's good and what's not, and we're gonna literally be on it this year. We're just gonna be like, nope, that don't feel good, and you're gonna continue to take those actions when it comes to your feelings, and speak up about your emotions. Speak up about how you feel. There's no more hiding about if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable. And if they make you feel uncomfortable, you can talk about it, but be sure to know with yourself why they make you feel uncomfortable. At times, people make us feel uncomfortable because they're in the space of maybe triggering us. And when they trigger you, it could, y'all already know that reflection stuff. So it's really more in the space of questioning yourself this year more than ever. Like, why does this person make me feel uncomfortable? Let me take a step back and figure it out before I go ahead and really take action. And so that's the space that we're going to be at, but we're really going to be looking for emotional stability this week. And then my back. Then the moon is going to be moving into Gemini from the 12th to the 15th. And right after that is the first full moon, which is about lots of motherfucking healing in Cancer. So Gemini, the moon is going to be there from the 12th to the 15th, and that's where we're going to be in the space of now integrating other people's emotions into what we have decided this week. Again, some of us might be doing a little bit early or doing a little bit later. It all depends on how these aspects hit your chart, your natal chart. But for the most part, communication is going to be key by the end of the week on our emotions. And really figure out what your traumas are. Really figure out what your traumas are so that when other people come around and they make you feel uncomfortable, you are aware of what needs to shift within you. That's what people are there for. People are there for us to really see, okay, to assist us in seeing what is shifting within us. Like, and that's very important to really consider. Sometimes we say we don't like somebody, and that's because you don't like yourself. You know, we don't trust somebody. You don't trust yourself. What makes that person not trustworthy? You know, and if it's some things within them. Therapy is very good at this current time. This year is a very good year for therapy. Therapy will allow us to have this mental clarity and leave things behind, right? Having a dump journal, a journal where you can sit there and just put all your negative thoughts in there so that you can have clarity when you think. We tend to bottle everything up. Let's separate what really doesn't make any sense to what does make sense. Find a way for yourself to detach from things that really is just putting a disservice in your life. And that's what this whole emotional thing is all about. Really tapping into yourself this week and understanding that you have the power to change what you don't like. You really do. All right. So let's move along before I get all poetic on your ass. Venus this week. I mean, we already know that Venus is in Capricorn and it's going to be there until March 6th. It is in retrograde, but when Venus went into Capricorn, it was in December. And so the opportunities that it's bringing to us is, again, loving what we do. Keeping in mind that for the next 2 months, we are in the space of creating loving what we do. Shift your space so you can love where you live. Shift, like, if not, then move, or shift your job if you don't like what you do. Like, we get into that space because that's going to make you the better version of yourself by loving what you do, being happy, pouring your love into your work. That's the energy and the opportunities that Venus and Capricorn is bringing, right? It also is bringing a new direction on how we approach love. If it did not work for you in the past, let it go. It is not working. If you need to take a break to understand what's working, what's not working, that is a huge step that you can do for you to really understand what love really means to you. Find a different way of what love really means. Sit down, write it down. What does love mean to me? Not what does love mean to me when I share with others. For you first. What does it mean to you? And then, we can shift through the whole materialistic stuff of what love means to us. And then we have to get deeper. That emotional aspect. What was missing in our childhood? And then being mature about our decisions. That's what Venus and Capricorn is also bringing. Like, once you make that decision, own that shit. If you say you're not going to talk to somebody no more, own that shit. Don't talk to them anymore. Go on with your life. Go on. Be stern about it. If you said that you're going to shift and you're going to change your job, be mature about that. Fix your resume. And then the challenges is, of course, downtime. Because with Capricorn is all about work, right? I'm just going to say, because I'm a Capricorn rising. Capricorn is all about work, about getting things done, being being accurate about what they're doing, being reliable on the things that they do, building structure, building foundation. And so that when you're building a foundation, we tend to use up a lot of our energy just to focus on that. So while we're really focusing on what we love to do, how we're going to shift the way we love. That is going to bring a lot of intensity and a lot of action, right? So we're going to feel restless. So really take some time to rest. Literally jump into your feminine, jump into your creative side. Where you can just sit and imagine, right? Get in that Pisces energy, sit and imagine how things could look. You know, use your imagination. If you don't know how to use your imagination, find a guided meditation that can, you know, bring you into that space. And just really connecting with others. When you rest, you can also connect. Let that sink in. And so that energy is going to be with us, excuse me, until the end, to the beginning of March 6th. Keeping in mind also that Capricorn is a sign, is a cardinal sign, right? So modality is cardinal. Cardinal is a sign that Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn are the ones that are in that space and they initiate. So Aries initiates action. Libra initiates thinking, right? Cancer initiates emotions, and Capricorn's initiating that earth energy, that stability when it comes to what we just talked about. So know that it may feel weird because it's just the beginning of you starting off on learning these new things for yourself. So don't beat yourself up. All right. And keeping in mind Venus energy, right? It's the matters of the heart. It's really about money, relationship, beauty, and all those things. So initiating all these things is what's happening for us at this current time. And for it being in retrograde, it definitely puts us deep down, because what I just said is in the forward moving action. So imagine just everything that I said, and now you have like this blockage for you to re-examine over and over again until the 29th of this month to figure out really what your values are. How do you value yourself? And so value in all aspects, in all areas of your life. I can go down the list, but you already know the list. So how are you valuing yourself? Are you massaging your feet every week? Are you cooking for yourself? And if you can't cook, are you ordering healthy foods for yourself? Are you communicating with others? Are you communicating with your boss on how you feel about your job? Like let's not play around anymore with our own lives. Let's not. And so in retrograde onto the 29th, we are really, really, really focusing on our finances, really focusing on our value. Again, I expressed that. And then also just really understanding how we show up. How are you showing up? How do you see yourself showing up? Not how somebody else sees you, but how do you see yourself showing up in relationships? How do you see yourself showing up for work? Are you showing up with a good attitude? Or are you showing up just to show up? It gets deep, y'all. Y'all already know. All right, and then so, excuse me. The challenges again is really opening yourself up of how you are ready to be loved and how are other people ready to be loved. Those are the challenges, like, because now since things are shifting, so are people, so are places, and so are your beliefs on love. I advise to write things down so you can go back, because it already feels like we're in March and we're not even in the what? This is like the first fucking week of January and it already feels like it's March. Or maybe it's just me. Anyways, so are you making the necessary investments within yourselves to put yourself in a space of really understanding how you want to live this life? Are you in the present moment? So the Venus is asking us all that shit. All right, so now let's keep in mind that Mars is in Sagittarius until the 24th. and we are working on our belief systems. We are working on building more faith. Where does that come from? And we're really taking action into that. We may be building a new spiritual practice. Some of us may have started yoga. We may have started meditation, or we may have started something different than the beliefs that we did growing up. Like maybe some of us are not going to church on Sundays. Maybe some of us are maybe watching seminars online, which is something different. Some of us are probably in the space of learning how to become healers, how to work with plants, how to. So right now we're in that space because Sagittarius just brings that energy of knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and just being in discovery of our belief systems. And that is different for everybody. But right now we're in that space and it's expanding rapidly for us. There is going to be a time where and it's this week on 1/11/22, to really be in a space of not really making grand decisions. It's going to be a bit foggy when it comes to what we want to do and the situations that are being presented to us. It's like don't pour all your faith into one cup. Keep your eyes open, and that is because Mars and Sagittarius is going to be fighting Neptune and Pisces. And so with that happening, our spiritual energy is shifting. And as our spiritual energy is shifting from a long time ago, because Neptune has been in Pisces for a very long time. And so that even comes into like 2010, 2012. Whatever we started learning in 2010 and 2012, everything is shifting now. So now is like a new belief system where we are now doing different practices, and or we're letting go of specific practices that we don't use anymore. And so that is all happening. So when you making these shifts within your spiritual life, really take a step back and see if it's working for you, or are you putting yourself in self-sabotage, or are you just following because you don't know where to go. You understand? And so all of that energy is going to be in that space. If you're traveling this week, double check. You already know Mercury Retrograde is coming through. I'm not going to get deep into Mercury Retrograde because there's some dates that I want to add. I want to just give y'all all the Mercury Retrograde dates and the signs that it's going to be in, because it's definitely going to be retrograde 4 times this year in 6 different signs. So they just couldn't do 4 signs. No. So while it goes retrograde, it's going to retrograde into a different sign. So for example, Mercury retrograde, it starts on the 14th of this month and it ends February 3rd. So it's going to be in Aquarius. However, towards the end, from like the 29th to February 3rd, it's going to go into Capricorn. So that's what it means, 6 signs. So it's going to, every time it goes retrograde, it's going to be going into 2 signs. How about that? How exciting. Anyways, the sun is still in Capricorn. So until about the 19th, the sun is going to be in Capricorn. And that really does put us in that heavy energy of really focusing on work. So really find space, like get the self-care calendar that I do for you guys every month. And you guys can go ahead and get it down below, where it assists you in focusing every day on yourself for a little bit. Last week, it was like take a longer shower, right? That's self-care. Like we rush through the shower. And honestly, the shower is the space where it's really just for us and nobody bothers us. You shouldn't even take your phone in there. You just shouldn't. And so that happened. And then also building a veggie smoothie for yourself. So that self-care calendar is really good for you. And at this time, we really need to take care of ourselves in order for us to take care of others. And so with that being said, let's go into your cards. I'm going to be doing it by the elements as usual, and we'll see what this week is bringing in for you. Dear angels and archangels, thank you so much for being here, protecting us and guiding us. We have the collective. What is the messages for our earth signs? What is the messages for our earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The lights here is Capricorn. You have the Three of Wands in reverse. Who? Virgo, you have the Page of Cups in reverse. And Taurus, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Three of Cups in the upright position. So this right here just talks to me about really taking this week to integrate what you said you was going to be doing, my earth signs, so that way you could be really in the space of building community. So some of you have been separate from a lot of people, and this is the resting part that I was talking about. Connecting with others this week is really going to assist you in really understanding that there is people out there who are here to support you. The community is out there. With the Three of Cups, it really talks about finding your tribe. So this week, really allow yourself to look at the stars. It's like for my earth signs, you're being guided to the groups of people that's going to be assisting you in what's coming forth. If that is maybe the group of people that you've been looking for as clients, a group of people where you want to start exercising, or a group of people where you want to start expressing yourselves. This could be group therapy as well. It's coming up for my earth signs. So, but there is a lot of energy where emotionally you're going to be supported, because this week you're definitely going through some shit. Capricorns, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. This is in reverse. So there's you've been waiting. So there's like this waiting game happening for my Capricorns. And in reverse, it's more of like, have you been putting yourself on the waiting game, or do you really feel like there's something blocking you from getting what you want? It's like there's this feeling of for you next week where you feel like there's something blocking you, but it's really yourself blocking the opportunities that are coming in for you. It's like, because you're, how can I say this? You're looking to see who's blocking you, and it's like you're wasting your time because it's more of your energy that's pushing you. And with the Wands in reverse, and I just feel like all this water, so it's like you're emotionally blocking yourself from receiving next week. And it's more of like, stop emotionally blocking yourself. There's people there to assist you in what you want to do. So if there's some type of action that you want to take with the wands, is go ahead and flip that energy around for yourself next week and take action. Take action. She's ready to hop on that board and move forward, with or without. But the thing about it is that you don't have to do nothing without, because look, you jump from the 2 to the 3, move from the self to the collective, to the group of people. Your tribe is out there and the support is out there. So now it's more of you just going ahead and moving forward with what you want to do. Don't block yourself next week. The energy is there for you to move. Is there for you to move forward. Virgo, with the Page of Cups in reverse, is like you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in with 1 foot out with your emotions. Are you in a relationship? This could be, there's an energy of wanting to exit a relationship. Now, this could be exiting a relationship within yourself. What are you letting go this week about yourself? Like, what belief, right? I'm hearing Pisces with the Page of Cups. Just getting this energy of Pisces. Look at the relationship that I was talking about. Look. So it's like the separation of relationship that is pulling you apart. Some of you are being pulled apart next week for specific relationships that no longer is assisting you, and including with yourself. Like, what are you blocking yourself from? Why? Oh, but guess what? I don't have to get up. Hey, thank you. Really, some of my Virgos are in the space. Let me see if you can see that. Okay, this light is. All right. Anyways, so there's stars and moon up here, and so when it comes to your emotions next week, Virgo, really focus on what you want to ground in your relationship. What do you want to ground within yourself? Your energy when it comes to your emotions are really wishy-washy next week. And so that's why you may be letting go of some relationships and wanting to just really connect with yourself. So this does not necessarily mean that you're dumping somebody if you're in a relationship, but you're more separated next week and really focusing on yourself, Virgo. And if you're dating a Pisces, then this message is for y'all too, because I'm hearing a lot of Pisces. But really, again, remembering this, that you have the group of people and your support system, your spiritual support systems that is there for you. All right. And so, Taurus, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse for next week. And there's a bed here. So, first and foremost, your dreams are going to be very, very potent next week. And so, really set yourself up to receive messages in your dreams if you are down with that, right? If you're not down with that, still allow yourself to rest next week. Rest is really important with the Nine of Swords because there's going to be a lot of emotional chaos trying to take over next week, right? You heard the word trying to take over next week, but do not allow that emotional chaos to come in next week and put you down and out. If you need to cry about something, so be it, but get yourself back up. Get yourself back up with the Nine of Swords. Your emotions are in a space of clearing out. So there's a lot of emotional baggages that is continuously clearing out. And do you see this bird right here? Is white, is overpowering and shedding light onto those negative thoughts that might be putting you in a space of not feeling like you can move forward next week. You have the energy, you have the support system that's going to assist you next week. But again, keeping my earth signs, y'all, keeping this all within yourself next week is really important to not feel alone. You're not alone. There's people out here that can assist you with what you are looking to release next week. There's a lot of release energy happening for y'all. The other message for my Taurus is really connect with your root chakra, right? This really talks about connecting with your root chakra and not feeling like the bills are taking over, not feeling like you can't, or like, you know, your value. Like, what's your value next week? Really talk to yourself, Taurus, and really understand what is your value next week. How do you value yourself next week? All right. Let's do fire signs. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Oh. Nah, y'all wildin'. Y'all dead wildin'. 3 cards fell. Hold on. All right, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. So this talks to me for my fire signs is a pure balance and this loving energy of just really bringing a lot of what you have learned and integrating it next week. So next week is this energy for my fire signs of truly understanding emotionally where they are at and how they can implement a lot of these emotional changes that has happened to them within the last 10 months. How are you integrating this new way of loving yourself, this new way of sharing your love next week? Fire signs. It's like really wrapping yourself up in how you want to be loved, so that way that energy can project out to others next week. Um, so, like I said, yeah, this is beautiful, loving energy for my fire signs. So, Aries, you have the Queen of Cups. Look at this beauty. So next week, Aries, you are truly in your power next week. Again, that talks about what I expressed. Emotionally, you have really come into some of you have come into a balance next week. You really understood how to be in your own energy. You cultivated your own energy. You separated yourself from people, places, and things that were no longer serving you. Your aura is popping next week. Next week you are like, she look like she's on fire. So for my Aries, you're really in the space of understanding how you have spiritually grown, as well as really understanding how to use your energy to assist others, and really understanding what it is to connect and sharing that with people. So next week there's a lot of sharing for my Aries. And your energy is very alluring. So you're going to be pulling people in next week. With the piece on her throat chakra, go ahead and find something that's going to assist you to speak and to just really be in your power. Truly connecting and being in your power next week. That's what I see. With the blue, again, there's this energy of speaking up and creating the space for others. So Aries is really creating space for others and creating space for yourself, but it's just you're in it, and you're in it to win it, right? Because here's your emotions right here, but it's like bringing in this balance. So I do get this nice feminine energy for my Aries. All right. This is Sagittarius, the magician. Oh, y'all really on fire, my fire signs. Oh, no pun intended. All right. Ooh, Sagittarius. Talk to me nice. All right, y'all giving me some energy. Look at this. This is really cultivating your energy. The magician is about understanding and balancing, right? What would we call positive and negative, the polarities of the masculine and the feminine. So Sagittarius, with Mars in your sign, you're really in a space of learning how to manipulate your energy. And that's how I'm going to say it. You're really understanding on how to connect. So spiritually, you have been shifted, and so your emotions are also there. Again, keeping in mind that this is the collective energy for my fire signs. You're really understanding how to be in your own energy, as well as sharing that with other people. And so with the black, what I'm getting, that energy is not more of, it's more of like you're letting go, because you can see that the arms are out and the legs are out. So when the arms and legs are out, it's more of like the energy of what no longer serves you continues to drain itself out as you continue to restore yourself. So it's really talking about next week to restore your energy, restore your love. And as you sit on this green, is like this heart chakra energy. So third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra energies coming in. So really imagining and visualizing how you can continue to cultivate your energy. Speak on it, speak it into existence, and really feel it next week. And then this is just like sun, solar plexus. Your energy is on fire. I can't even cut the fire signs. You might want to go ahead and assist some of our earth signs, because they're going to need our energy. All right. The Two of Cups in reverse for my Leos. Um, for you guys, this is actual energy draining away from you. This so if you've been in a relationship, to my Leos, this could be this energy where it's no longer feeling right is no longer feeling like this person is for you. And this could be you yourself. You might be letting go of an old version of yourself next week, where you're just like, I'm not going to be this person anymore. I'm not going to, I don't want to walk around like this anymore. And I don't want to walk around with you. And I don't want to walk around with this job. So there's a lot of letting go for my Leos next week, where as you let go, you'll find the space where you're going to feel comfortable. And this could be, again, finding yourself. So it's like, all right, I don't like eggs anymore. Let's just say my Leos. And now you, all right, because y'all like to work out. I don't like my eggs anymore. And then so it's like, I don't like poached eggs. So I'm going to go with scrambled eggs now. And this is the type of person I'm going to be. I'm going to eat scrambled eggs. So it's really making these detailed decisions for yourself next week, where you're letting go of some of that. And others of you are just pouring the love back into yourself. Leos are just pouring back the love into themselves. And y'all know how to do that. So that's going to be quite easy. Pour the love back into yourself if you've been giving it away. And next week, again, some people could be wanting your energy as well. So, and I say wanting because you're, when we're in a space of shifting, people can sense that. So as you let go of the energy of people who has been holding on to you, they're going to probably want to click on back again. Don't get confused. Remember, Mercury retrograde is coming through. So don't get confused. Allow yourself to take time out. February is right around the corner. People could wait for some energy, but it's really doing, you guys are really doing good, my fire signs, this week. Share some of that energy. All right, air signs. Gemini, the Eight of Swords. Upright position, you have Gemini. Libra, the Six of Swords in the reverse. What's going on? And take a deep breath. Aquarius. Aquarius, Mercury is going retrograde in your sign. You don't go fuck. The Page of Wands. What up? Let's go. At the bottom of the deck, ooh, the Ace of Wands. Let's go. Y'all see this? All right, so this is what's going on. So for my air signs, you guys are really in a space right now. Ooh, y'all got me activated. So the overall message for the air signs is you're igniting, right? That's what I could get from here. Your energy, your mental stability is being ignited at this current time. So this is the reason why. Look, Gemini, you got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Your energy, it's shifting. So as your energy is shifting, you're really separating yourself, right? It's funny, Gemini, two people, you're really separating the person that you used to be, and you're actually, I feel like here you're drowning the old you. You're putting away, should let go, but we'll leave it there. Some of y'all putting away, some of y'all letting go. Happy New Year's to everybody. Some of y'all are putting away, some of y'all letting go. I will suggest letting go of the old version of you that's keeping you stuck, right? You can see it. You facing yourself right now. You're looking at yourself in your reflection. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. You really speaking to yourself, Gemini. And with the Eight of Swords, you take yourself and really understand who that person is and see if you want to continue to take this person with you. The Eight of Swords really talks about you feeling like you're trapped, and it's from the inside. So you maybe not sharing this energy with anybody right now. Like you see, this person is holding it in within themselves, but right now your energy is asking you, Gemini, to really just push yourself in the space of shifting, lighting up that fucking thought, lighting the shit on fire right here, letting that shit go, and really putting yourself in a space of being ready to take action for the things that you want to take action for. All right. Libra, the Six of Swords. in reverse. You are allowing yourself to be carried away next week. You're allowing your thoughts to put you in a space of knowing that it is a rough time next week. But with this rough times comes space and time where you're going to be in a more settled path. And so you may be letting some of your negative Nancy thoughts take you to the deep end so that you can be able to rebuild yourself. And as you rebuild yourself, you allow your energy to really carry you. Your Libras next week is you're allowing your energy to carry you where you need to be. You're letting everything show itself, and you're allowing the roads to be rocky. So next week, it's kind of like you're doing it on purpose. I feel like some of my Libras are doing it on purpose, where you are letting yourself get to the deep end so that you can pick yourself back up. That could be survival mechanism that some of you have. Others of you are taking a leap of faith next week. You see, she has the bag. So a lot of you are taking a leap of faith next week and allowing whatever this is to guide you. And it's something that some of you is just something within you that's telling you, like, you have to get up and go. You have to get up and go. So you might be leaving a job. You might be letting go of some financial, something that's financially burdening you as well. It's a lot going on for y'all. But you're secure with the root chakra up here. I just feel like you're secure and you're protected, and the decisions that some of you are making is not impulsive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been working on the low, my Libras, and so now it may seem impulsive to other people, but it's not impulsive to you because you've been doing it for some time, right? 6 is like this stable state of mind that you've been having, and now you're gonna probably take action. It's not for everybody. All right, and Aquarius, the Page of Wands in the upright position. You are ready. You like, fuck that, I'm ready. In the beginning, you're gonna be taking action. So this week for you, anything that you've been thinking about doing, you're taking action. And again, here comes the leap of faith for Aquarius as well. Emotional shifting is definitely putting you in a space of becoming a different person. And so people are going to be surprised. Some of my Aquarius are getting emotional. Oh, shoot. God, no. I mean, they may be distant, but they get in there. All right. So there's a cycle that's ending. If you can see the circle, there you go. There's a circle right here happening. And so there's a cycle that's ending, things that are being left behind. And so a lot of you are learning to use some of this planetary energy to your advantage. And so now that you know that Mercury's going retrograde, you kind of like happy because you know what you're going to be doing during that time. You know where you're going to be taking your thoughts. And since also is in your sign, excuse me, it feels like a sense of upliftment that's happening for my Aquarius next week. If you're into dancing, you might be picking that up again. I'm hearing Zumba for some of y'all. So if you're into exercising and dancing, that's coming up for y'all next week. But there is going to be, again, new idea popping in for some of my Aquarius. So really pay attention to these new ideas that's going to take you to your next level. Cycles are ending, cycles are beginning. Figure out which ones are those for you. All right. And then we have our water. Cancer. Cancer got the 10 of Swords in reverse. I like it though. Cancer, Pisces. Pisces, you have the Hermit in reverse. Because I don't want to be nobody ever. Scorpio, you got the Justice card. Why am I laughing? Because the card is laughing at me. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse for my water signs. So the Nine of Pentacles is about you really cultivating your finances, really understanding where your moolah is coming from, really understanding where you are upgrading your beauty. So it's in reversal. There's a lot of there's a cycle for you water signs where you're taking in a lot of your emotions and you're really understanding your value, and so that has been really stirring up for you for the last 3 weeks. And so now as you understand your value, you understand what you want to eat, you understand where you want to be, who you want to be around. It's coming into a complete circle for you, right? Because it's going to turn into a 10 of Pentacles. So your value, look at my earring coming on. Your values next week, water signs, are going to really put you in a space of feeling a bit more happy about how you treat yourself. Just find it a lot of happiness, but in reverse, it's more of like you again not really sharing it with anybody because you're really understanding your energy. So Cancer, you got the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's a blank slate I'm seeing here. It's like, yes, with the swords, you're going to say, my thoughts are foggy, but not really, right? Because 10 is over. Like, whatever was blocking you is now over. And now there's a clear pathway, a new slate for my Cancers to begin to figure out what route they want to take. So right now, you may be feeling a little bit lost next week. Hello. You may be feeling a little lost next week because it feels like you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to eat. So there was this huge clarity that came in. So like it feels like, you know how when you drop a bomb and then it turns white, then everything clears up and now it's just like, where do I go? What do I do? This is where the value is coming in. Like you got new values, you see things differently. So right now, there is a time and space for you to take a pen and paper and really write down how you want your reality to show up for you next week, because I feel like many of you maybe left a job, and so now there's a new way of thinking on how to create money. And so really be in a space of understanding your thoughts, knowing that, yes, you do have these thoughts that are over you, telling you which way to go and what to do, but also keep in mind that your emotions have to be in to play when it comes to you taking action, all right? Because you don't want your thoughts to overpower your emotions next week. Cancer. The Hermit for my Pisces. Pisces, what you doing? You astral projecting? Some of my Pisces might be astral projecting next week. If you don't know what that means, look it up. YouTube has a lot on astral projection. But for the most part, there's a deep connection that's happening for Pisces next week. If you're taking a trip, beware of the retrograde and double check your trip itinerary. But for the most part, if you're going away, some of you guys are going away to really connect with yourself, to really connect spiritually, to become creative. So you may be, some of my artists might be locking themselves up next week and creating new pieces. It's in the reverse, so there's a moment of time where you're just going to be integrating. So I do see art. I see a lot of art. So if you're an artist and you've been learning different styles of art, you're going to close yourself in now and put them into play. If you're learning about energy, you're going to start. I see a lot of action. So on the low, my Pisces are taking actions next week on the things that they have been learning. And again, with the Hermit and with the number 9, it really just talks about Also, having one or two people to connect with, and really understanding that as you connect with other people, you start understanding a little bit more of your value. Not that other people are validating who you are, but you're understanding how you're integrating this energy, and people are picking it up just by being around you for some people. All right. And with the stairs again, if you dream, oh no, yours was in the up. Was it in the upright position? It was in an upright position. So for some of my Pisces, when you're dreaming, pay attention to your dreams. Have a notebook next to you. The answers that you're looking for is coming in your dreams. Okay. And then Scorpio, with the Justice, we jumping into it. I don't care. We jumping into it. Court. It could be some court happening for some of y'all next week. Things are gonna be coming into a balance in the decisions that could be happening with other people. So Scorpio, there's like this give and take, and I'm getting like this vindictive laugh that I had gotten when I put the card down. So be careful with my Scorpios that y'all fucking with them, because they out here cutting shit. They out here representing. Scorpios out here understanding their value. They understanding what their worth is, and they ready to stand up for other people. So Scorpios is also standing up for other people next week. This could be joining a group and really speaking up for a group of people that you feel have not spoken up for themselves. So some Scorpios could be in that space of finding justice for groups of people. And then this is also Scorpio understanding their balance and bringing in that Libra energy. So you will be speaking up, Scorpio. I just know that is y'all up to something, bro. And you see how that knife is by the neck is more of like Scorpios are coming in next week, cutthroat. Look. Yep. Speak up next week, Scorpio, because your voice is going to be heard and you're going to be changing stuff. So if you're fighting for a group of people, Scorpios, you got the energy within you to be able to fight for these groups of people. And this is also fighting for yourself. Speak up at work, speak up about love. Find that balance within yourself, Scorpio, so that you can understand what it is that you want other people to, like how you want other people to treat you and how you want to treat yourself. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Now, to pull out 2 cards for the collectives. From our Gateway Oracle. All right. So we have standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. So next week, again, based on everything that we talked about, Mercury Retrograde, Venus and Capricorn, stand firm on your ground. Really understand what your foundation is being built on, and stay there. What do you believe in? What is your belief? What do you feel love is for you? Where do you feel like you need to work? Stand firm in your decisions. These are the mature decisions that we was talking about. All right. So as a collective, let's stand up for ourselves. Let's stand up for each other, and really learn how to build that aura around you, so you can feel protected, so you can feel like nobody's gonna knock you down. You see that aura around that man? All right. Because remember, when you build yourself, you can assist building others. And then we have letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Stand firm, and as you stand firm, know that you're going towards that right direction. Know that that space is there for you. Know that time is there for you. Know that you don't have to rush and do things. And whatever doesn't serve you, let it go. And lastly, I'll always love this card. Looking deeper, deep within me is a majestic radiance. It's all about the chakras. Just know that you're a complex being, and whatever's in the surface, there's more to you than just your skin. And you're beautiful, and you have gems inside of you. And I love you. I added that. I think you know that already. All right, and just one action card. Let's see. Let's see. Create time for yourself to unwind. Create time for yourself to unwind. Do that this week. Find it. I don't go fuck. Find the time. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. I love you.